Hello, beautiful people. Hello. Well, this is just another day in my routine of getting up extra early and establishing intentional things that I want to do for the day. So, my day starts at 4:30 in the morning. I know that is very early for most people, but that's what time my day starts then because that's when I get up and I do my stretches. There is no touching of any electronic stimuli in the morning. The only thing I do in the morning is I turn off my alarm that is on my phone, in which now, because I am routinely going to bed at the same time, having regular exercise and eating very well and intentional during the day, my body now naturally gets up at that time. So we'll see how that works when next week I flip over to nights. So you can kind of see how it's really important to establish some kind of routine when you are working, traveling nurse especially, because this is kind of going out to the shift workers who are, a lot of us are overweight. Our health is in shambles because we don't really establish a routine, and that is why I wanted to make this clip today. Was to say, even on a shift kind of flipping schedule, you can still make it work. It just takes planning. So I'm a shift worker, so I work 14 days and maybe 14 nights, sometimes not. But I know during a 6 week cycle, I'm probably pulling up about 10 night shifts. So it's somewhere around there in 6 weeks. And the rest of them are 12-hour days, but always 12 hours. So brings me to the shift flip. So if you are going to go and establish your routine, try not to be too rigid because that is actually setting yourself up for failure. What I would do, and that I'm still doing, is I figure out what works and then I go with that. I don't get too rigid as in, well, I gotta hammer through. I kind of can figure out somewhere in between that. This probably will not work for me, and then try something else the next day. Because the one thing that I do have by traveling and being away from my normal day-to-day routine with my family is that I have the time and the luxury to do all of those things, to fine-tune myself and to get it right. So when I'm on night shift, I actually flip the routine on its head. So where I would get up at 4:30 in the afternoon or 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I then actually go swimming. So I'll go swimming, then I'll come back and I'll shower, then I'll cook, then I'll eat, and then I'll go to work. So I kind of do things a little bit differently. And then for added, not really excitement, but just to kind of change it up a bit, especially on night shift, because I find it so difficult to get a recuperative sleep and a restful sleep at that, is that when I come home from nights, then I will still participate in some kind of exercise, but really low impact. So I may go swimming, but it's not laps. It wouldn't be anything aggressive. It would be more stretches, meaningful stretches in the water where there's no impact, and just being really mindful of my body, especially working night shift, and really stretching everything out in the pool, then the sauna, then the shower, and no, I don't eat before I go to my bed, and then bed. And then I get up and may repeat the swimming component, but this time being more intentional about my laps. So those are the things I'm doing. Plus, of course, there's food in between there. Yes, yes, yes. I am a one meal a day woman. It works for me. What can I say? It's really balanced me out. It's helped me tremendously. It's given me the energy that I need. Um, Worked wonders on my skin. There's just for me, a whole bunch of benefits. Helped to reduce and the hot flushes that I was having going through menopause. That is all like gone. So that chapter of my life is, can you hear the angels? La! That part is over. So that is the wonderful thing. So yep, the intermittent fasting really did kind of unlock a lot of things for me. So I'm finding it good. The nice thing about the having the one meal a day, it is one sitting, I will say. And sometimes I do stretch that sitting over 4 hours. So the one meal is actually over 4 hours. Sometimes I do that. But when I'm at work, when I'm going on shift, I do cram everything in. Don't worry, you get used to eating a lot all at once and being satiated and then done. The rest of the day is about water, key, and yes, coffee still. But I am limiting my cups because my skin was crying out last week saying, yo, over here, too much coffee. It was getting a little pruny. So now I've hydrated, so I feel a lot better. Anyways, that's kind of like my little what I do, how I keep fit, how I keep mentally tuned up, is that I have established a routine that works, and I'm happy to say it's wonderful. So when you get a routine, stick to it. And the other thing, yes, I should never forget this because it's so important. The thing that I have done that I am so proud of myself for is I have reduced my social media intake. Yes, yes, yes. The internet no longer gets my need to get in there and get that cheap dopamine hit. Oh yes, I'm not doing that anymore. Yes, I have gone to social media rehab. Yeah, so that means that first thing in the morning when I wake up, I do not get on my phone and mindlessly scroll. No. As a matter of fact, I don't touch my phone for half an hour, in which actually is now turning into I don't touch my phone at all in the morning. So this is kind of like what's happening, with the exception of a couple of intentional texts to my family to let them know that, hey, I'm still alive on this side, and I'm happy. Well, I'm okay. Or this morning I sent them a bullet that it is minus 19 degrees. Now, that's the rest of the world knows what that is, but of course, our American folk, you guys can do the math. You do the Fahrenheit thing, right? Yeah. Anyways, back. I'm going to tell you right now that not touching my phone has been liberated. Not going on social media has been, joy to my brain. And the other thing that I have been doing is I got back into audiobooks, and it's safe to say I'm on a bit of a tear through the self-help section, especially the financial reset section. So I have finished off Who Moved My Cheese. Boy, that book is fantastic, and that is a definite I will read again. And I am right now reading The Richest Man in Babylon. When I say reading, it is reading to me, in which is the way I like to consume literature these days, because I can listen to it anywhere. I just love it. Anyway, so that's what I'm doing. And As you can tell, I am wired for sound and ready to go. And I'm actually going to go to work half an hour early. Yes, I'm going to be that person who shows up with the joys of life first thing in the morning, ready to go. And that's what happens when you stick to a routine. I cannot tell you how much it will repay your life. So, and by the way, the most successful people on the planet, yes, I'm talking about you, Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk, have a routine that they stick to. Hence why they are the wealthy, uber rich. So I'm just going to take a little page out of that book. Yes, because I do everything now with intention. Can I get an amen? Amen.